Hi students, in my previous videos I explained you about some basics of geometry. Today I want to explain you about transversal intersecting different lines. So those who are watching this video, first you should know the definitions of point, line, line segment and ray. Already I have given an explanation in my Facebook channel about point. Point is the circle with zero radius. A dot. Points are represented with capital letters, and if some points joined indefinitely with no end points is called line. A part of line is called line segment, and a ray starts at a particular point and where it ends we don't know. So these are the basics. If I discuss more about this, the total class will go again on point, line, line segment, ray. So now what we will do is we will try to understand what is a transversal line. Suppose here there are some lines. The line L, the line M, the line N. Now these three lines cut by one more line, say R. The line which cuts three or more lines, the line which cuts three or more lines is called transversal. The line which cuts three or more lines is known as transversal. The transversal is cutting L at A, at M at B, C. The transversal cuts at three distinct points. For example, the M line is intersecting L line. Through that intersection point, if one line is passing, then that is not called transversal. L, say this is S line. R is transversal but S is not transversal because S is passing through the intersection of lines. So these three lines are here called congruent lines. So we are discussing about transversal. The line which intersects three or more lines is called transversal. Say this is L, this is M. Here one line is intersecting these two. This is N line. This is called transversal. Children, when transversal is intersecting the line, we are getting angles. Already you know what is an angle. From one particular point, if two rays move in different direction, the space here it is called an angle, and you learned about angles: acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle, reflex angle and complete angle. Now when this transversal cut these two lines, we got here these many angles. How many angles we got? We will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So children, these angles are having particular names. Those names we are learning today. To these two lines, inside we have 4 angles, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are called interior angles. They are called interior angles. And outside we have 1, 2, 7, 8. They are called exterior angles. The inside angles are called interior angles and the outside angles are called exterior angles. After discussing interior angles and exterior angles, we will know corresponding angles. See, this one and this one are called corresponding angles. Which are called corresponding angles? One angle is interior, one angle is exterior and not adjacent, and on the same side of transversal are called corresponding angles. So children, we will see once again the picture of corresponding angles. See, one is interior, one is exterior and on the same side but not adjacent. What is an adjacent? An adjacent angle will be like this. Like these two are called adjacent angles. Here one interior, one exterior means the student may take one angle down. No, not like that. One angle is exterior, one angle is interior and not adjacent and on the same side of transversal are called corresponding angles. We don't have only these two. These two are also called corresponding angles. See, I am marking with different lines. These two are also called corresponding angles. These two are also called corresponding angles. Okay children, now I will show you different figures of corresponding angles. Here these two are corresponding angles. Again I will draw. These two are corresponding angles. Again I will draw. These two are corresponding angles. Again I will draw like this. And these two are also corresponding angles. So you observe the corresponding angles. Angles on the same side of transversal but not adjacent. And one is interior and one is exterior. They are called corresponding angles. So when two lines cut a transversal, the corresponding angles are formed, but when two parallel lines are there and if they cut by a transversal, how the corresponding angles will be? Then you measure with protractor. Suppose here is 0 and here is 100 degrees and this angle also 0 and it will be 100 degrees. So why I wrote here 0? To put the protractor the 0 side here and here it will be nearly 100 or some 99, 90 according to the slant position. I am telling you the angle. So to know the corresponding angles are equal, you take one ruled paper, like this ruled paper in any notebook, and draw one line like this and with protractor you measure these angles 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. All these angles will be equal. So then you will make one conclusion, children. That conclusion is, what is that conclusion? When a transversal cuts two parallel lines, when a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the corresponding angles are equal. The corresponding angles are equal. When a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the corresponding angles are equal. So how the questions will come on this? Actually, these are all basics. When you are learning the geometry basics, one by one you learn. After learning all the basics, you have to solve the big problems of geometry. So in exam, how they will you give question? Here they will give 70 degrees. This is L and this is M and this is N, and they will say L is parallel to M, and here they will give you X. What is X, they will ask you. So as you learned already, the corresponding angles formed by the transversal and parallel lines are equal. So 70 degrees and this will be 70 degrees. So we will write in exam X is equal to 70 degrees. It is simple question to 7th class students. Then after learning about the corresponding angles, we will learn about interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Children, even in classroom, we cannot teach like this slowly. You got a great opportunity to learn the subject at home by listening the different videos. By listening repeatedly, you can learn the types of angles. So children, here I am drawing two parallel lines and this is transversal. Now these two are called interior alternate angles. So what is the definition of interior alternate angles? Two angles are inside. One is left side, one is right side and not adjacent. One is left side, one is right side, and or we can say they are on either side of transversal. They are called interior alternate angles. So when a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the interior alternate angles are equal. So let this is A and this is B. Now I will show you angle A and angle B are equal. Sir, without measuring with protractor, how can you show that they are equal? Here, before this concept, you would have learned already about the vertically opposite angles. Whenever two lines cut, four angles will be formed, but in the four angles, 1 and 3 are equal and 2 and 4 are equal. If you want to learn, you can draw on one white paper and you can also learn that vertically opposite angles are equal. So when vertically opposite angles are equal, here A means here also we can write A. So that logic you should understand. Here I wrote A means here also A. But A and B are what, Nana? A and B are corresponding angles. Already we learned that the corresponding angles are equal. Therefore here A and B became equal. This A and B became equal means this A and this B will become equal. They are interior alternate angles. When a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the interior alternate angles are equal. When a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the interior alternate angles are equal. Children, after this, even exterior alternate angles. See here, this is A and this is B. This A and this B are also equal if these two lines are parallel. How can we say that they are equal? As A is here, we can write A here because these two are corresponding angles, but these two are vertically opposite angles, so they are equal. These two are equal, so automatically these two are equal. So whenever two parallel lines cut by one transversal, the exterior alternate angles are equal. So interior alternate angles are equal, exterior alternate angles are equal. After this, we will learn one more small concept, children, which is useful to 7th class mathematics. You see here, these two are parallel lines and this is transversal. You take these two angles. Let this is A and this is B. Now I will show A plus B is equal to 180 degrees. So the children, you will ask me now, sir, you don't know the value of A and you don't know the value of B. How can you show A plus B is equal to 180? I will show. Because here it is A. So I can write here also A. Why I can write A here? Because already I know that L and M are parallel, and when a line cuts two parallel lines, the corresponding angles are equal. So here A means I can write here A. But A and B are what here? They are linear pair. In my Facebook channel, one day I explain to you about the linear pair. See here again I will explain you. This is a line and on the point if angle is made, these two are called linear pair. See, it is looking like protractor. The maximum angle can be measured with protractor is 180 degrees, children. Therefore here A plus B is equal to 180. So A is what I don't know, B is what I don't know, but I have shown to you that A plus B is equal to 180 degrees. That is, these two are interior angles on the same side of transversal or supplementary. Interior angles on the same side of transversal or supplementary. Interior angles on the same side of transversal or supplementary. So today we learned 3-4 points. First point, when a transversal cuts two parallel lines, two or more parallel lines, the corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. When a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the corresponding angles are equal. When a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the interior alternate angles are equal. Interior alternate angles are equal. When a transversal cuts two parallel lines, exterior alternate angles are equal. Exterior alternate angles are equal. When a transversal cuts two parallel lines, interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary. So these are not only useful to 7th class students, these are also useful to 8th class students. In 8th class, you have linear equations problems, in that they are using this concept. So, how the questions will come? For example, like this, they will give, and here they will give you 70 degrees, and all these angles they will ask you to find out. So already we know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So here is 70 means here also 70. And these two are linear pair. Linear pair means the sum of these two angles is 180. So 70 plus 110 is 180. Here we will write 110. And 110 vertically opposite angle is 110. And here is 70. Here we can write 70 because they are corresponding angles. And here is 110. Here we can write 110. Here is 70. Here we can write 70. Here is 110. We can write here also 110. So children, like this we can use. So you watch this video again and again until you understand and solve the problems of lines and angles. So to understand lines and angles, you should know what is point, what is line segment, what is ray, what is transversal, what are adjacent angles, what are linear pair, and interior alternate angles, corresponding angles, like that. Once again I will explain you in this video only what are adjacent angles. So whenever like this, see these two are adjacent angles. Not only these two, like this one ray and these two are also adjacent angles. And what is linear pair? On a line with one ray, if two angles are formed and the two other arms, for every angle this is called arm, and this is also called arm. So O A B C. So this is OB and this is OC, this is OA. Okay, so these two arms are forming straight line, that is called linear pair. So linear pair, adjacent angles, and vertically opposite angles also. I will tell you, if two lines cut like this, these two are called vertically opposite angles. So to solve your doubts, always I am here. My channel name is MC Maths Class Videos, and you can put in the form of comments or in my Facebook, in any topic. If you want to discuss, you can put the name of the topic. So always you are welcome. Thank you.